the Tyde Custom Live Edge Tenor Ukulele. This is a really special instrument we have. We've been waiting on this.
Took a while.
I mean, this Tyde, you got two guys, Tyde and Devin. This is not anywhere near a production model. Matter of fact, everything they make is unique and different. They try to use a lot of reclaimed wood, anything they can use to bring the wood back. And this is really what the highlight of this instrument is, the Mastergrade Koa. And this is by far the favorite thing that they do is what they call the live edge, where they take this, which most people just throw it out, or they cut around it, but they take this live edge, and that's just a natural edge in the wood, and they reinforce it, and I think it looks absolutely killer.
It does, looks killer.
So Mastergrade Koa, Claro Walnut, which I think this is premium Mastergrade Claro Walnut. It's just absolutely gorgeous amount of flame it has in it. There's actually a lot of things here that until you actually hold this, you don't even realize is there. Like the rounded edges all the way around both the top and the bottom. And you pointed this out, is what you saw here.
Yeah, I almost thought it was binding initially. It's a good look.
Yeah, it's cool because it actually, when you look at this, it comes up and it fades away on both sides here. And what we think it is when they rounded these edges off, it's just a little bit of that interior bracing that is just kind of popping through.
It's pretty. Really, really nice.
The radius back. Even though this is a tenor size, it's not a very thick tenor. It's I wouldn't call it a slim line, but it's not necessarily that thick. So it's really nice, easy to hold. You have this Soundport there. And that's really nice. I really like these side ports. I think it really brings a lot of sound to the player as you're... This thing is not lacking sound.
It's not.
They went with the Ukulogic PhD string with the smooth wound low G. That's what you're hearing now. As far as action is concerned, this is some of the lowest action.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, this is as low as you can get right there. It does have a 0 fret, which is something you see a lot in the electric ukulele world. You don't see it tons in the standard acoustic ukuleles. From what I'm told, it's supposed to help intonation, is why I would do a 0 fret. Now, what would you describe this finish as?
Oh, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat. This is actually rubbed with a walrus oil.
Walrus oil.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew? You could rub down. I think that comes from the background. They come from a woodworking background.
They do.
So they have all of those little details that they can add to their instruments, which is we benefit. We get the walrus oil here.
So it's a nice kind of satiny finish, that almost like that rub oil. It's kind of cool. You see that in certain ukes. Some of the Pepe ukes will have that, rub finish. But yeah, really, really cool.
What I noticed about this is, initially it's not a very wide instrument, but it is got a lot of sound. Yeah. And with that rounded edge, I wasn't sure what to think of it initially, but when you have it under your arm, it feels really, really comfortable. So yeah, I like it.
Interesting scale length, 17 and 5/8, 17 and a half. It does have a compensated saddle, so depending on where you're measuring. So just a hair longer than a traditional tenor. Also the mahogany neck on it with the Godot tuners on it. I mean, this is, when I think of what these go for, this is exactly what I would expect. This quality, this look, this sound, this feel. If I'm going to spend this kind of money on an instrument, like I would get this and go, yes, this is worth the money. And knowing their history and knowing that it's not a big team, it's Ty and Devin working on these things, designing these things together. That's where I think the magic comes in.
Yeah.
And it comes with the Crossrock Case, which is nice with the TSA approved lock on it.
And these are probably the nicest cases that you can get for you. So if you're investing in a nice instrument, you really want one of these.
And it's nice that you'll get it shipped to you, and then if you take it in your car, travel with it, even just keeping it at your house, it's going to be protected there. Why don't you strum a little ditty for us?
What do we got here? I like it.
There it is.
This sound hole. It's a cool shape too for the sound hole.
Yeah, I think it all came together. Sometimes that happens with these instruments. It all comes together. The right look with the wood, the right design, the right sound, the right feel. It all came together. So this is the Tyde Custom Tenor Ukulele with the live edge and that Mastergrade Koa, available at
terracottamusicstore.com.